Turn on.
What's your name? Rickard?
Not turn on.
Your workshop's all flooded, sir.
Yeah, if you repair it, I need a repair and come on to do it. But after that still go on, I can't make that stop me.
There's just mosquitoes everywhere. You come to a place like this and people are just scrambling through the dump, and a lot of this gets recycled. We've met a local, he makes his money off the dump here. So all these electronics here is hooked up to cameras out on the street. You can see when police or other gang members are here. You have to have the camera set up so you can see what's happening.
Yeah.
It's very dangerous.
Yeah.
Here on the top of the tree is the camera. Another one here. Yeah. And let me guess, you got those in the dump?
Yeah.
Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
I'm fine.
You can see there's been hurricanes here lately. The bed and the water is just completely flooded.
So I start recap and growth tire.
So we've come into one of the buildings. Local gang guys said I can walk in front so I can film and not get them on camera, obviously. Jamaica. Music, beaches, and gang violence.
Government of Jamaica decreed a state of public emergency to combat rising violence.
It seems to have a split reputation. I've always wondered what Jamaica is actually like on the ground. Jamaica has an astronomically high murder rate in some of the most dangerous neighborhoods in the world. Let's see what it's like for ourselves, shall we? Crime and shooting and war.
Violent war in Jamaica.
Gunfire still echoing out around the city as darkness falls.
Is there a place for the hopeless sinners?
Hello and welcome to a very hot and sunny Jamaica here. Today we're actually heading to Tivoli Gardens, which is one of the most notorious neighborhoods in the whole of Jamaica. Here we are in the capital city here of Kingston. This neighborhood is famous for turf rivalries, gang wars. Jamaica actually has one of the highest murder rates per capita in the whole of the world. Needless to say, I'm a bit nervous going into this. Jamaica has a colorful history, beautiful culture, great people, and obviously there's so many layers to that. So let's go and see if we can uncover some of those layers today. So we've just stopped here because a woman has been shot in the street up above here ahead, and there's full crime scene and police line do not cross and everything. You can see up there, I don't know if you can make it out, but there's a guy in a white suit who's just cleaning up the scene of the crime. Quite the introduction to Kingston here. So we're here with Kevin, and Kevin's looking after me whilst I'm here in Jamaica, and this is quite the way to start the time here, eh? So this is a daily occurrence in Kingston, just murders every day.
Yeah, this is downtown Kingston.
And you're used to this?
Yes,
yeah.
We have a lot of volatile communities in and around this area. So you have a lot of turf war, gang violence.
Okay, so we've arrived at Tivoli Gardens. We're going to go in and meet some of the local gang members now. You can see the streets are very quiet here. Apparently police and military never come in here, and if they do, they come in like fully armed to the teeth. So we're going to go meet the guys. To be in this neighborhood is quite something.
And residents of downtown were shaken with fear as the security forces moved their way into sections of Tivoli Gardens.
These were the armed forces on the waterfront in downtown Kingston at about 1 p.m. in position and full gear as helicopters buzzed ahead and the Coast Guard patrolled the waters. The sound of gunfire was dangerously close. The media was not allowed to go any closer. Reports were that the armed forces had launched an air attack. Several women saying they were Tivoli residents called our news center expressing fear.
I'm in the house under my bed and I hear bomb drop. I can hear the gunshot. They directly surrounding each the building, each houses in Tivoli and directly shooting at them.
So we got two guys escorting us. One has like a big Gucci bag around his shoulder, and then we're both smoking weed. Straight gangsters. We're with one of the guys that controls the area. Can't put him on camera, but we're behind the buildings. You can see that we had to go past the crime scene to get here. And now we've come to the back of these buildings and he says that I'm allowed to film these drain pipes. So basically it's really tightly controlled and I'm just filming what I can, but it's quite tense. Would you mind just giving us a quick explanation about this neighborhood?
Over the years, it has been run by one family, gangsters. It was Dodos Cook, they call him president. He has been extradited to the US, he's sentenced now and serving his time.
Christopher Dudas Koch, one of the world's most notorious drug traffickers.
Dozens of deaths at the hands of the security forces.
And earned us the unenviable label as one of the murder capitals of the world.
All because of one man. And for Kingston's garrison communities, the economy was increasingly dominated by drugs. In this environment, the most ruthless would prevail, expanding its drugs empire into North America and Europe.
So when the leader of this area was running it before he got extradited to the US, it was in much better condition. You wouldn't have this sewage overflow and people were better taken care of, apparently. So we've come into one of the buildings that you've seen. We're going to walk up to the top. The local gang guys said that I can walk in front so I can film and not get them on camera, obviously. What's your name, sir?
Leroy.
Leroy?
Yeah, man.
Nick.
Nice to meet you, Nick.
Nice
Yeah,
to
man.
meet
Where
you.
you from?
New Zealand.
New Zealand, yeah, man.
You know it?
Yeah, man. I know New Zealand.
Very far away.
I was in Amsterdam.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was in England.
This neighborhood here, Tivoli Gardens, have you lived here your whole life?
Yeah, Tivoli Gardens is a nice place.
How has it changed over the years, for better or for worse?
Well, it's when it done the here, the place was more perfect.
Okay.
You understand me?
Yeah.
But he's not here now, so we have to make it perfect as well.
When the president was here?
Yeah, when the president.
Right.
So we have to see to it that everything is copacetic indeed.
Right.
You understand me?
Is that difficult?
It's very difficult.
You think the government are doing an okay job?
Yeah, you're doing a fantastic job. We don't see the bad as yet.
Okay. So you're a positive man, right?
Yeah, we don't see the bad as yet, but everything all right.
Okay.
Yeah, man, everything all right.
Right. Thank you so much,
Yeah,
Leroy.
man. Yeah, man.
I appreciate your time. This water here is sewage because the families are growing. You know, the sewage system's overwhelmed. Thank you.
2 rooms one flat.
Right. So a lady's allowed us to come in here. She doesn't want to be on camera, but... Right. Nice place.
This is one of the rooms.
Okay.
That's another room over there.
Right.
The kitchen is in there.
Nice place. Some lunch.
Come here, so come get a flip outside.
And here's a view out the back. So over in that direction was where we saw the crime scene. I mean, Kingston is a beautiful city. It's nestled amongst these mountains here and obviously the Caribbean Sea at the bottom, but it really is quite tense.
Yes, everything up, man.
Okay, so we've come to Riverton Dump, which is the biggest dump in all of Jamaica. The reason we wanted to come here is because it's a really good illustration of, you know, people fighting to make money here. Jamaica has been one of the most expensive countries I've been to in the world, and that's no exaggeration. The accommodation and the food and things is quite expensive, so obviously when you have that mixed in with poverty, when it's expensive even for tourists, you come to a place like this and people are just scrambling through the dump, and a lot of this gets recycled. We've met a local guy, I'll introduce you to him, and he makes his money off the dump here. You can obviously see the scale of the place, but two things that you can't see or feel: the smell and the heat. This is some people's daily office, you know, they come here every day, day in, day out, 7 days a week, just to try and make a little bit of money from scraps of plastic. And what people really want to find is copper wire and old appliances and things like this maybe. That's where the money is. Humbling sight to show what it takes to survive in this country if you're not one of the more privileged.
Turn on.
What's your name? Rickard.
That turn on.
It's on.
Rickard. Alright, watch out. Film the fire.
Film the fire.
Alright, that's how bonfire down here every day. Yeah, man. Watch out now. A Riverton there, man. Get to wild and can't tame. The youths and boy, I tell you about them. Yeah, man. Watch out now. A scrap metal deal differently, you know. Yeah, man. Watch out now. Sponge, matches, everything. So the youth them here. All of them try to make money everywhere, yeah. And watch out, the government don't know the food, you know. Yeah, man. What we do it for ourselves, you see it?
And the battery them not hard and them somehow will suffer.
Hold on, man. What we show me, what we start from scratch, man. We not too jump the line. I watch and we not burn bridge out in the ghetto, yeah, you see me? Yeah, car. How more here, boy? Whole heap of thing want to talk, man. Whole heap of thing, man. Walk with me, no, man. Walk with me, no, man. Let me tell you about the ghetto. It's the ghetto. Not trust nobody. This is what to live off out here, you see me? In Riverton Meadows, you see me? City. That's how them call it, you see it? Yeah, man. Anything want scrap, you have youth when I go to school. Yeah, but you have you who go to school too. Guess where them have to hustle? Them have to hustle scrap to send themselves.
He's saying that they burn the wires from the dome.
Right, copper and things.
And all those stuff, sell them back, and that's how they basically survive. The government does nothing for them. The community is very violent.
Violent?
Yeah.
It's violent around here.
It's a very violent community.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for the scrap metal, probably a gunshot would not fire on you. I tell you straight. Get to this. We can't run from it, we can't escape it. You see it? You have to get out, born and grow and see them here, you know. And say if we love them here, probably some other got.
If it wasn't for the scrap metals and the dome, there would be a lot of violence, gunshots, badness, killings.
So the dump enables them to stay out of crime, and so they can get scrap metal and stuff, and they make money.
Those guys from the shop, government workers have to hustle also to get extra money, because basically the government is not paying them enough.
So even the government rubbish truck workers look through the rubbish as well, and then they make money from that. So the government workers sell these guys scrap and then they resell it again. So these guys have just been telling me that Indian recycling experts and scrap metal experts come over here and teach these guys like the basics of, you know, what's the best metal to recycle and things. And then you're saying that the government come in, they...
Well, already caught up in them system, you know, from a younger age, you know, you see me? Yeah, because them already divide and rule and try to separate from each other, you see it? Yeah. So you see, when you see certain things go on at the ghetto, I'm not just surprised, I'm not just happen so. Yeah, something more with the government them, they already building at the youth them. Yeah, for fight against one another. So you say, whenever they do this, oh God, man, friend could have been my friend.
When the government realize that this is very profitable, they bring in regulations, policies, and license, and give their big guy friends to control the scrap metal market.
These guys figured out how it works, and then the government realized that there's money in it, so they come along and they give contracts to their rich friends, and then they take the money and put these guys out of work, even though they discovered how it worked. Right.
When I get in, I take a shower, read a book and feel empowered. Smoking on that sour got me counting down the hours, thinking of all the shit that they could do but won't allow us. Then I realized they all some cowards. The world is ours.
The place is poor, but everybody try to live as comfortable as possible.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm fine.
I'm Nick. Nice to meet you.
I'm T.
What's your
Good
name?
day. I'm T.
T?
Yes, I'm T.
Oh, wow. And you live here?
Yes, we live in this swamp that you see here.
Oh wow. Is there flooding from Friday?
It's been weeks.
Weeks flooding?
Weeks. As the rainfall, the places has been like this.
Wow.
Even inside of the household as well. You want to come inside?
Oh sure, thank you. I'll follow you. So we've been invited behind this local shop here to these people, and you can see there's been hurricanes here lately and it's completely flooded. All the way. So you can see right there is the bed, and the water is just completely flooded. The infrastructure in Kingston is not the best, so the drains don't really serve well. Interesting considering there's so many hurricanes around here.
Even fishing at the water, but you might not see none like right
fishing?
Now. In the night they will come out, yeah, them afraid now catch we are trouble the water.
Seriously?
Yeah.
And do you catch the fish?
Small fishes, very small fishes.
Can you
pet
eat?
Fishes? No.
No eating?
Pet fishes, tiny pet fishes.
And is there malaria from the mosquitoes? Or?
A lot of baby mosquitoes in the water.
Yeah.
What them shop one? I'm big on that place.
Hey man.
I think they want they might end that place.
Alright, he's a famous YouTuber.
Not really. How is life here?
Life?
Yeah.
Life is always like the same. You will make it be what you want it to be.
What would you like to happen? Would you like the government to come and help with drains and things?
That would be very, very good, because we're not the only ones suffering from this flood.
Right.
Yeah, that would be great. We'd appreciate it. I would appreciate it.
And so do you still sleep in that bed on
Yes,
the
we have to. We have nowhere else
on the
to
water?
go. Yes, we're poor people.
And you must get quite sick from that, right? Like because of the damp and the cold, you must get like sick.
Yeah, the baby sick couple times, but you know we have to work on the cold now and again. I get a little DPH at the shop and whatever and try to fight it sometime.
You get your baby sleeps with you?
Yes, she does.
So when we were around the back of that place there with the girl in the flooded bedroom, when we came back out, we saw 2 police officers in a plain car with bulletproof vests on and pistols like in their holsters. And we came out and they were just leaving, and we got approached by the first guy we were talking to, the really passionate one, and he was telling us that they came, and this is common, they come and according to him harass the guys and look for drugs and guns. Pretty hostile area actually.
Hey boss, you say me look tired. Then me go a tire shop and me go look for your cars. And that part me want put fire. The people them hungry, say them there. So me go say look tired. Then me go a tire shop and me go look by your cars. And that part me want put fire. And money at the health and strength higher. Transport them love to see new tire. So me start recap and groove tire. Me make bus truck car man choose tire. Me have a little bicycle use 2 tire. I sell tire measure 16 and 17 inch, tire measure 18 and 19 inch, and when I get the dollars it measure 10 inch. My girl want a broke and next girl want a pinch. I buy myself a lunch and I buy all the drinks. I not broke no shop and I not rob no brinks. I go look tire. Then I go a tire shop and I go look buy a
Is that freestyle? Alright, what he's saying, let me translate. What he's saying that he's a tire guy.
Yeah.
All the tires that goes into the dump, he looks for the best tires, recycle them and take them back out to sell them.
Okay.
Second-hand tires. And with that income now he support his family, his girlfriends and whatever.
We've arrived at this local mechanic here. He changes the tires for the trucks. And his whole workshop is flooded, so he's bringing his tools out on the road here. So your workshop's all flooded, sir?
Yeah, so we repair it, I need to repair and come on to do it. But after that still go on, I can't make that stop me. And then I say, I'm waiting on somebody to come and help me.
He needs help. For the shop?
Repair.
He wants it to be repaired, but he doesn't let that stop him from working.
Right.
Because even though he needs help, the people in the community need more help than him.
Yeah, thanks.
Right? And he works and help a lot of persons. Because persons come to him and ask him for cash to buy food. And he's one of the persons here who works honest and hard. So he basically helps out everyone.
Did you say that there's lots of crime?
Right to the whole island, man. And poverty causes it.
Poverty causes it. And what kind of crime?
Robbery, murder, all type of thing. Some of them are turf, but we don't really deal with the turf thing. Because somebody think bigger than our thing, but it is a mix-up thing. Most I think about that time of crime, hunger, poverty, because they need certain help and they're not seeing nobody come in.
There's just mosquitoes everywhere, and you know there's babies living around here like you've seen.
That's not me. I give a house here, and we are giving them find a piece of land here, and we are give you 30 years for go and do. Not if you want to one farm when you're ready, you start a farm. You come in here, take your money back outside. How many people live in a house? The crime would have done. That's a crime wouldn't get in, but it wouldn't so rampant. Most I think this poverty cause the problem. Man, African to show.
He's saying that if the government even give the youths land to farm and give them a house, he's not saying that that will completely take care of the crime problem, but it will become less.
Yeah, farming.
He's just asking for the government to do something.
Farming.
Okay, so we're with OK, right?
Yeah.
And this is your area here, and you doing scrap metal, and you're stripping down cars, right? Yeah. And you've lived here for 17 years.
Yeah.
Before we saw police pull up with guns, right?
Yeah.
What were they doing?
Alright, people call them and I tell them say them have gun. So that's why them come out in a private car and hold them.
Who calls them?
Like a person in a community. So nobody know who, you know. But the police alone know who. So them tell them say, yo, people call you, you know, because them say when I walk up and down with gun. So that's why them jump out in a private vehicle. Well, I still look for me, hustle. Over here some other dump up over here. That's how I mean.
This is your yard?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Man, can't come in, man. Come here and show you what you do with them, man. Can't come in, man. Can't set up nothing. See, you got it. The thing up there one place.
Oh, you got a microwave?
Yeah.
Wow.
Roof a leak. When rain fall and dead water come from boat. Water come from, so.
Is that
You know?
the water wets
No,
the...
you know, I said up on that side, yeah. Now wet only
Ah,
down here, so.
okay.
Yeah, only down here, so.
So you've insulated it so the bed
Yeah.
stays dry. And did you get this fan here from the dump?
Yeah.
Wow. People always throwing away things that work, right?
Yeah.
So
But
you
now
got
I
all
see-
this TVs from the dump?
Yeah.
Wow. What do you normally eat for dinner?
Fried chicken, curry, goat, mutton, anything you want.
Sheep,
Yeah,
goat,
yeah.
chicken, yeah. Do you ever eat your own pigs?
Yeah.
You get high on your own supply?
Yeah, right. Alright, it's my birthday.
Oh, special occasion.
Yeah.
Does this TV work?
Yeah. There's a camera screen.
Oh, so you have a security camera?
Yeah.
Why do you have that?
If somebody a beat down my gate, like say, yo, them say police. I can look on my camera and say, yo, a police out there. Or if not, a man a beat down my gate for say police, for me pull the gate and them shot me up or do something, car over here and people over Riverton in a war.
So you have to have the camera set up so
Yeah.
you can see what's happening?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
It's very dangerous?
Yeah.
Really?
But now, we and them over there, we and them alright, we can go over there, them can come over
Oh, okay,
here.
so the main road
Yeah.
separates the... Okay, and at the moment it's peace?
Yeah.
But
At the yeah.
sometimes it's not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I just
And
war,
shooting
war.
and...
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's your cousin?
Yeah.
What?
See him or make him dead.
He's dead?
Yeah.
What happened?
Them shoot him.
They shot him?
Yeah.
Why did they shoot?
A war. So
In the
them
war?
Them see him out there, so them kill him.
Oh, so he was in the wrong side?
Yeah.
And he was on his bike?
Yeah.
And they shot him
Yeah.
on his bike. When did that happen?
Last year.
Last year?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So sorry.
Yeah, man.
So all these electronics here, monitor, DVD player and everything, is hooked up to cameras out on the street. OK can see when police or other gang members are here, so he can prepare himself. Absolutely fascinating. He has a little security system set up to protect himself because it's quite hostile neighborhood here. Here on the top of the tree is the camera he was speaking about, so he can see what's going on the street. Another one here. And let me guess, you got those in the dump?
Yeah.
Yeah? That's pretty high-tech security system you got.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Nice work. Are you scared of the cops?
No, sir.
Do you like them? Definitely not.
No, it's them to do them work more better.
They won't.
Them can't deal with people so aggressive.
They won't knock or push. They just kick it down.
Really?
Kick down the gate.
Yeah.
Do you think that they abuse their power?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that them I do.
You're saying in the more expensive neighborhoods
Yeah.
that they go and they knock on the door
Yeah.
and then they show them they have a warrant and then
Yeah.
they peacefully enter, but here they just
Yeah.
kick the door
Yeah, them
down.
just kick down, come in your house.
So you feel like you don't have any rights here?
No.
So sometimes when the police come here and they arrest people, they take them to prison and they have to release them within 72 hours if they don't have proof of crime. But sometimes they keep the guys from the ghetto for like over 100 days. But if it's somebody from a rich neighborhood who's committed a crime, they'll release them in like a day or two because obviously they can afford lawyers and stuff. Have you ever been to prison?
No, jail.
Jail, yeah.
Yeah, jail. I spent 3 days.
They took you to jail for 3 days?
Yeah.
So you can see here these jumping cables for the batteries, and there's obviously copper connected to them, and then they burn it off. You can see here there's like micro pieces of copper here, and they'll sell that. How much money can you make a day on a good day?
Alright, more say at least $5,000. Sometimes I come out of there for $100. They have a $100 or $50 Jamaican dollar.
Really?
You make.
And
You know,
5,000 Jamaican dollar, like is that good for like looking after yourself and food, or is
no,
it
me
not
have a
enough?
daughter, you know. When me go to and get that now, me go over, me give my baby mother $4,000. Me have $1,000 left to buy. Like
so you give to your daughter's mother 4,000 and
yeah,
you're left with 1,000.
Yeah, so
Right.
I have one now, you know, so alright, me I go buy a weed.
Weed?
Or, yeah, smoking.
Right.
Or me I go buy something for drink. Yeah, man. Them.
Oh, that's copper?
Yeah.
And how much would the whole line be worth?
$600.
600.
Yeah. when you put a bag on it now,
can you give me an example?
Yeah.
Aluminium?
Yeah, them are aluminum.
Wow.
Yeah.
10
So I
pounds.
get $400 fee.
400.
Yeah.
We've got some copper here.
Burn out copper.
And this is the best, right?
Yeah, it's not away enough. It's away about
£4.
Yeah.
And what's the price?
$800.
800. Wow. So that's like so much less work for more return.
Yeah.
And these are your pigs. Oh wow. Hello piggies. You raise these pigs and then sell them for meat?
Yeah.
How much can you get for a grown pig?
Some big pig, you can get 100,000.
And you bought these pigs from selling copper and things?
Yeah.
And then you reinvest it and then you do some farming?
Yeah.
Wow.
Then
Oh, this is where you shower?
Yeah. Tie it up and shower.
Wow.
Yeah.
And where's the water come from?
Down in the ground.
You connect it to the pipes?
Yeah.
Oh wow. So this road here is the main road, and this is what our friend Oki was just telling us. This separates the turf areas. So on that side's one gang and on this side's another. At the moment they're in peace, so that's great. But as you can hear, his cousin last year was shot because he was on the other side of the road on his bike. So people from this neighborhood should never go to that neighborhood unless they're in peace. It's pretty wild. Thank you very much. So we've just come down to the waterfront now here. Tivoli Gardens was very interesting history there with Coke, the guy who was taken to the States by the US government. The lady that kindly let us have a look inside her house there, she didn't want to be on camera. Pretty much nobody did in there because they're worried that they're gonna get in trouble by whoever. When they were getting Coke out of that area, she was talking about what that neighborhood's been through.
They are dropping bombs from the helicopter down in the place. What must we do? This is how they deal with people in an orderly manner, and they are dropping bomb in the place because of one man. This is not right.
Absolutely insane, and you can feel the atmosphere there. I feel like anything could pop off. I mean, we went past the crime scene. Somebody had been killed, a woman, on the way into that neighborhood. So now we've got about an hour-and-a-half drive. We're going to be heading to another neighborhood to have a look at a different side of Kingston. Come up to this absolutely incredible neighborhood. So beautiful. You see these houses just looking over the Bay Area, nestled up here in the mountains. So there's the contrast for you, right? Like we saw people literally living in a flooded house today, searching through scrap metal. These contrasts exist everywhere, but I think that they're very interesting. Polar opposites, the extremes of just one city, right? At one moment we're walking around with a guy with a Gucci bag. In the Gucci bag he actually had a gun. All the guys we were with had guns. I said at one point, can I get on the roof? I said, you know, am I not going to get sniped off the roof, kind of as a joke? And he said, where are the shooters? One of the guys actually had like a marijuana bud under his ears, like you would put a pen or something. Straight gangsters. Nice guys. They were nice to me at least. That's all I can report on. Here's the contrast. Kingston, eh? What an introduction to this fascinating city. And the people are so lovely. And you know, obviously with the history with the English colony and everything, English is widely spoken. You know, I can understand most things people are saying. They can understand me always. I got a clip of military because the streets are so unstable that they actually deploy military checkpoints. I didn't get it very clearly, but you can see it. There's just full-blown military posts throughout the city just because of the violence is so out of hand. More to come from Jamaica, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and in case I don't see you, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.